Hey, I'm Andy. We're back with another Explain Story Mode Internet Historian reaction. And since it's spooky month at the time of this recording, decided to choose some more, I guess, spookier games. We're going to start with Amnesia Expleened. And I think at the last weekend of October, probably going to end with Parasite Eve. So, yeah. No idea. No, like, I've heard of Amnesia. I haven't played it myself. I think, well, like one of the few things I know about it is that it's one of the first, if not the first, game that Markiplier played on his channel, like old, like one of his very first videos. So, yeah, I know it's spooky. I don't know in what sense. Jump scares, the ambience, the like the whole thing. I don't know, but we'll just see. We'll just see.
2 takes. I'm less busy. Daniel wakes up.
Oh, 2 takes. Usually he says it's 1 take, but I wonder if I'm gonna notice where the cut is. Probably not.
In 1893, in the dark halls of a Prussian castle, and he has the Amnesia. Hey, what? All that Daniel can remember is that he's from Mayfair, London, and that he is being hunted by something soon. Daniel finds a note. It's
I'm just reminded of the trope that in one of his more internet historians' more recent incognito modes, he was like, he's so tired of the trope of the innocuous, mysterious pronoun. It's like, and it showed it was like it was in the cinema one, and it was like, who's coming? They're coming. What are we afraid of? Them.
from past Daniel. The note tells him to go deeper into the castle and to find the inner sanctum. There he must murder a man called Alexander. But the note also warns him that there is a living nightmare chasing him. Apparently there is no way to fight back this nightmare, and Daniel must evade it for as long as he possibly can. Oh, keep away. Dodging. I saw him coming and I left. Daniel makes his way through the castle. He finds pages of his own diary strewn across the different rooms. It's Lindbart's diary.
What?
Finds pages of his own.
Yeah. What is that? Is that a cockroach?
Diary strewn across the different rooms. It's Lindbart's diary. Dear diary, my name is Daniel, but you can call me Danny. And here's some exposition in case you ever get into a so weird situation where I have.
Is this a weird? Like a lot of these horror games have the stories told and through this like these document pages that you can collect, and like on one hand, like I get it, this because you do want to keep the, I guess, the pacing of the horror, pacing of the suspense going without like losing it to some exposition like cutscene or something like that. But yeah, I feel like some of the time like people will just skip over it.
To give myself amnesia, and I need to remember what's going on. Anyway, here's that exposition. 1. I went on an archaeological expedition to Africa with my BFF, Professor Herbert. Number 2, we were going to do some cool research on an ancient burial chamber. But number 3, when we were digging, I found a big chamber, and then number 4, a stone collapsed and I got trapped there. By number 5, it was dark and scary and I started to suffocate. And I hate that. It's my least favorite thing. And number 6, while I was dying, I had a strange vision. It was of a glowing blue ball of light. I tried to grab it, but then I blacked out. Sad face. But I didn't die. Some people dug me out. Hooray. Thank you for digging me out. But when I woke up, in me hand, it was a weird orby thing. Oh my god. So I took it back to my hometown of ye old England. But no matter what I did, it just wouldn't go back together. What can I do? Then, famous geologist, Sir William Smith, or people have fake names, visited me. He tried to help me figure it out. Shut up. Is his name really William Smith? I didn't even put that together. Even Will Smith couldn't help me figure it out. Oh, that's hot. Anyway, so Will Smith told me that the glass can change shape over time. Interesting. But then, a turn of events. Remember Professor Herbert and all his men back in Africa? Well, they went missing. Except for one guy who was very injured, and he kept talking about how the expedition was being hunted. I was sent some of Herbert's
The other
journals,
one.
and I started reading through them. It turns out that Herbert found the orb. Oh my god. So, Daniel makes his way into the castle.
So there's more
and
than
there are
one orb,
monsters,
or-
but he evades them. But then he starts having flashback visions of the castle.
Oh,
He
jeez.
sees what Alexander looks like. And also, look at all the bad, terrible stuff that Alexander did in the past. Inhumane experiments on animals to try and take their vitae. Of course, their precious life goo. And he's a murderer. Look at this.
When you have decided that the victim shall die, you can smash their limbs with a hammer, making them fold in between the frame.
But they'll die. Too quickly, I mean.
Daniel continues to make his way through the castle. He finds an elevator in a Prussian castle. Okay, now Daniel is in the underground prison area, which every castle has, and in there
Right.
he finds diary entries. Dear diary, it's me, D-Dog again, and I'm having a lot of nightmares. Anyway, it turns out that these nightmares helped me to find the orb thing. Then, when I went down to Herbert's University to look for some answers, I met Professor Taylor, a man who also has a
Okay.
very innocuous name. Everyone has a very ordinary name. He told me that the orb had some inspiration for the royal symbology. I don't know, I wasn't really listening. But
Sure.
the orbs are used by priests or something. Also, it turns out that Will Smith died 2 weeks ago after meeting me. He will forever be remembered for his role in Wild Wild West. Daniel runs around for a bit and
Hey, that movie wasn't bad, from what I remember, didn't they?
he remembered for
Didn't,
his role in Wild Wild.
Yeah, the mechanical spider. I remember that. That was wild. I don't remember what the story was, but I do remember the spider. I thought it was like. I normally don't like spiders, but I thought that was like pretty cool. I think what was that one? It was like after. What was it called? After Earth, the one with him and his son. Like that one was terrible. That was so terrible. But he's known to put out good stuff. Also known to put out bad stuff. I mean, isn't that every actor more or less?
West. Daniel runs around for a bit and then has more flashbacks.
His personal life is kind of I don't want to touch that.
Daniel went to see a doctor about the nightmares, but Dr. Tate couldn't diagnose. I have no idea what you have. You have bad brain. I diagnose you with stink brain.
Right.
Days after his appointment, Dr. Tate and Professor Taylor both died, and Daniel is beginning to suspect
How
it's the chemtrails.
coincidental.
And Daniel, fearing that he's going to be the next to die, begins cold calling everyone in Herbert's address book. He comes
Wait, so Daniel's Alex Jones now?
across a contact for a baron in Prussia who said that he could protect him from a mysterious unknown force. Thanks very much. Just what I need. I've just been evading it so far. The letter was from Alexander. So, Daniel shows up for the booty call, and he starts helping him with a bunch of stuff that would keep the nightmares away. So it turns out that the living nightmare, the shadow, which is like a guardian to this orb, is coming for Daniel. He's gonna get him, and no amount
Right.
of evasion will stop him. During this time, Daniel allowed Alexander to touch the orb and use it to attempt rituals that could somehow banish the shadow. And then Alex gives Dan a tour of the castle, which is when Dan finds out that it doubles as a prison. Daniel closes in on the inner sanctum.
Right.
He bumps into an old dude chained to the wall.
Hello there.
His name is Agrippa.
Asmund.
He looks at the wall. Agrippa is a friend of Alexander's. Or at
No.
least they were friends until this happened. And Agrippa helped Alexander to gain knowledge of the orb's powers many, many years ago. His consciousness is now trapped in a lifeless form, so that Alexander can use him as a source of information when he pleases. What?
So I guess the only, like, I guess maybe the ambience as well, but I mean, obviously he's not gonna show the entire playthrough in like what 8 minutes, but so I feel like the only sense of horror and I guess nervousness is coming from that one creature that won't stop hunting you. So you always have that feeling of where is that creature, right? Is that creature gonna pop out, or is that behind me, or stuff like that. So yeah, because otherwise it just, I don't know. Like I'm sure, like I've heard good things about this game. Don't get me wrong, but it's like I don't know if it'll, because like the horror genre has branched out and I guess sort of like upgraded over the years. So like I'm sure this game is still good, but it's like there's games that used this as a foundation, so to say, and just made things a lot better. So, I'm not saying this is bad, but it started. Like it like paved the way.
Agrippa asks Daniel to help set him free by making a special concoction so he can stop Alexander from using the orbs. This is like the fucking Dragon Balls from Dragon Ball Z. Don't put all 5 of them together, you get a wish. Anyway,
So
Daniel goes on to find the ingredients to create the concoction. But while he's there, he stumbles across torture rooms full of body parts. Oh my god.
Oh.
More flashback time. Alex tells Daniel all about the different torture methods
get
we
in the
use to
Iron Maiden.
extract vitae from people. Alex told him that this would fix all of his problems. It fixes everything.
The
It's like
bronze
essential
bowl.
oils. But Daniel doesn't run. He goes along with what Alexander says, and he continues to torture and gruesomely kill people. Oh my god. Which is why he gave himself the amnesia. Because he felt
did it.
guilty about the whole thing, because he was a serial killer in that. Get it? Get it?
Calm down a bit.
Anyway, Daniel tries to fix what he has done.
So was there like a sequel called like March for Pigs or something like that?
But he can't. And he realizes that Alex had been manipulating them the whole time so that he could get the orb for himself. I don't know what it does. It tastes good. Blueberry. Daniel swears to kill Alexander, but I'll kill you for this, he says, in a somewhat...
Oh, that it's a tangent, but see, like that one bit reminded me of the what was it, like the Rasengan G Fuel, and that I recently tried it. It was probably one of my least favorite ones that I've tried. So yeah, not sponsored by them, not sponsored by Gamer Subs or anything yet, but hopefully one day. But I'm just like, it's like, tried the Rasengan flavor. It's not it for me. It's definitely not it for me.
Blueberry. Daniel swears to kill Alexander, but I'll kill you for this, he says, in a somewhat serious tone. Well, it's going to be a lot more difficult
There's
if
so
you give
many.
yourself amnesia. Why give yourself instructions to kill some dude after you give yourself amnesia? Why not just kill him and then get amnesia?
Right.
Oh, you idiot. Anyway, Daniel continues to look for the ingredients for Agrippa. I will help you, Agrippa. You get Agrippa on the problem.
Hey. With that was
He has to fight off a bunch of monsters and stuff, and then he hears Alexander speaking to him.
so
through-
there's more than one.
He has to fight off.
Like right here is 3, and I know like there was like a mechanic you can hide, right? Because if they don't see you, then it's fine. So you can like hide behind stuff. I don't know what he was doing here, just standing on top of something. I guess they can't reach.
A bunch of monsters and stuff, and then he hears Alexander speaking to him through AirPods.
Really drink from the amnesia mixture? It does explain so much of your behavior. You never did finish what you set out to do.
He's just taunting him. Thank you, Daniel, for keeping the Shadow Mans away from me. Why don't
The
you just go
Shadow
wait in a cell and
Mans.
let the shadow consume you? And, by the way, the player can actually choose to do this and just wait in the cell, but it's not the way the story goes. So let's move on. Daniel escapes from the shadow and goes back to Agrippa. He gives him the potion. Glug, 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 glug. Delicious. What is this, Mountain Dew Berry Blast? Now we jump
Berry
into the
Blast.
portal. Finally, we have now arrived at the inner sanctum. Alexander is waiting on a little stage, and he has
censored.
an orb.
That was a-
oh my god!
that was
There's
a big
bunch of
censor bar.
pillars harnessing the blue energy, completing the ritual. Alex says he's going home once again, now that I have all the orbs and such. Not so fast, Alexander. You forgot about my superpower. Knocking down pillars. Alex starts to disintegrate. No, you've done something.
How dare
Wow.
you?
Daniel
Just
makes it out of the
disappears.
chamber. It looks like the shadow is gone too. Oh my god. And then that's just how the story ends. Daniel leaves the
Really?
castle guilt-free. He's got a totally clean conscience, even though he killed those kids.
Yeah, right? Oh, that was it. Please subscribe. Oh, I'm so used to the ones. 'Cause I watched I reacted to the Tomb Raider ones, and then the Tomb Raider 1, I should say, and then the Uncharted, which had like a Q&A section afterwards. So yeah, this was like one of the earlier ones, so it doesn't have that, and it's also a lot shorter. But yeah, obviously the way he described it didn't seem that scary, but I feel like playing it at the time, it probably would be pretty scary. But as well, like you said, it's like the horror genre just keeps evolving, and it's just like there's so many types of horrors as well. Like you got the jump scare stuff with like Five Nights at Freddy's. You got the what was it like the I don't know what to say. Like I know Phasmophobia is like a horror type, but it's with friends, so I guess co-op horror. What else? You got what's it called? Like Find the Difference in like Exit 8 and similar style games. You got PT, which is not a game anymore. But yeah, there's so many horror genres, and yeah, Amnesia was one of them. But like I said, I haven't played myself. I've heard good things, and yeah, I mean, I assume there's a lot. Like the game itself is pretty scary, but it's more of a. I don't really know. Cause like you're being, from what I get from this video, you're being chased by at least one, if not more than one of those. Was it? Where is it? If I can find it. Like one of those things, right? I know he showed it somewhere, but it is what it is. But so you're always having that presence, like even if it's not there, you always have that in your mind that could always happen at any time. So I guess that's an element of the horrorness, the lack of lighting maybe, and the setting. But yeah, will I play it one day? Maybe, because I believe I do have it on Steam through a bundle. But I think I yapped on for a little bit too long. So yeah, I don't know what I'm gonna react to next week in terms of story mode stuff, unless if Internet Historian decides to release another incognito mode or a main channel video. But I've seen someone recommend a video from Live Laugh Love, the Internet Historian's, I guess, edited VOD channel, which is, I was supposed to kind of like spooky as well. Maybe I'll check that out. I don't know. But anyways, hope you enjoyed it. Until next time, thank you for watching and have a nice day.